Hi again. My recommendation for this month, particularly with the theme of compassion, and we have focused quite a lot on self-compassion, is to do a little exercise that I first did a few years ago. And even though I was doing it for business, I guess, because when I started getting into personal branding and teaching personal branding and using social media, etc., I always had this theme as such that I would share with my students, which is about that authenticity and connecting with people, you know, through your own stories. And even Seth Godin, who's the author of many books, but in his book Tribes and All Marketers Are Liars and Purple Cow and all sorts of things, he talks about how marketing is really just telling stories. And through our telling of our stories, it's a way to embrace your own journey. It's a way to actually look over your life, or this exercise is a way to look over your life and start to see that appreciation for both the positive and negative experiences that you've had in your life, because it is who you are. I mean, we've got a lot of contributors in this magazine who will teach, you know, you are not your story, but there is an element that is, you find a lot of relief in actually appreciating your story and maybe finding the compassion that you've not had before for how something played out in your life. So I'm going to make a suggestion that you get a big piece of paper, or a whiteboard in my case, and this process was called ideation process. It was a fancy name that Glenn Dietzel had come up with, but I just like to call it a self-reflection experience. So you literally just divide the page down the middle, simple as. So the top part is representing your positive, the bottom part is representing your negative. Now, depending on how old you are, you're going to divide the page into your decades. So for me, I need to draw up 4 decades. So I have 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and I can put in my 5th one later, but for the purpose of this I'm going to say we're drawing up our 4 decades. So literally just go through your memory banks and write your experiences that were positively impacting you and or negatively impacting you on either side of the page, and really feel into them. You know, really look back over your life, and it's funny, you will get to see a little bit of a pattern, which of course is fantastic for your own awareness journey as well. But to be able to look back over and reflect on some of those stories and how you felt at the time and how you feel about them now. I know that for me, when I've done this before, in different sectors or decades, something that happened to me when I was 10 years old, when I thought about it at 20 years of age, I viewed it very differently to how I thought about it when I was 30 and then 40. So it's a great experience, but the whole purpose of this exercise is really just to compassionately look at those experiences that you've created and you lived through in your life, and just see them with those softer eyes. You know, Jenny Lincoln wrote a beautiful piece in the Ramblings of a Madwoman called Soft Eyes. So really start to view yourself, how you felt at the time, and how you can actually shift that perception now, which of course actually completely shifts your world, and find that love and that acceptance for you. So that's my recommendation for this month. We look forward to seeing you next month, where we're stepping into feeling the joy. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave your comments on the Facebook page or on our website page. And we will look forward to seeing you soon.